But today I'm going to be demonstrating some of them. So you start by making sure you soften your sugar, and after that you roll out your sugar. Just sprinkle some sugar on top again to make sure it does not stick to the table. So this is what I have got. The next thing I'm going to do now is I just measure it, because I just want to use this to form two of it. Measure it to get equal parts, open it again, and then divide it according to the line, following the particular line you have gotten after folding it together. And I have this, and I have this. So now the next thing I'm going to be using is this. Majority of us are using this for our craft work. We put it into one thing that is like a gum that is normally plugged on a wall, and by the time it begins to heat up, you see this thing melting out as a gum. So people are using it to form things like hairpiece, so many things. You can use it for so many things as long as it is for gum, if you want to use gum. So but today I'm going to be using this to show you how you can actually make some swag. So today the first swag I'm going to be showing is this. You fold in, you put this other one on top, you take this again, you put this on top, you take this again, you put this on top, you continue that way until you... Now I can take off the first ones that I've worked with to continue it, and then taking one of them again, I just go in there and then I push together, removing the last one this time, push together until I'm able to get what I want. Now if it is not straight, adjust before you seal up. So now I'm adjusting it, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to seal up the edge, and I'm good to go. You remove all these things first, all your candlesticks, remove all of them, and the next thing, you seal it up, seal it, and then you've gotten a swag. And after sealing it up, you cut out the excess, the size you don't need, and then you have this. So for this particular part you are looking at, it is good you leave it, because you have to continue it by placing the next one on top of it, so that people will not be able to see the gap in between. And now drop it in, and then you collect. So now I'll show you another way you can do that simple drape. This one, come again, you come this way, you bring it this way, come again, see this, now remove all your sticks, and then you seal it up. You can make it longer, and you can make it longer, you can make it short, depending on what you want to do with it. Okay. Now I want to start with my round cutter, another kind of drape. I'm going to show you how to put all of them on a cake, assuming you want to start using them. But for now, let's do all our cutouts. And now cut out my round. And now fold it into two, and then open it up again, and then divide it. And I have this. Make what you're going to do the same here. So now the next thing I want to show you how to do this particular one I did is how you can actually design it before you do this. And I have my blossom cutter, the smaller one. I'm also going to be using a kind of frill. To make. Now we have different types of frill here. Something you can actually use to design the mouth of your fondant. So now I want to take, I can take any one I like, but I want to work with this. So I now take it and I cut, because I'm trying to form a design. I go ahead again, that is starting from where the first one stopped. Create again. And after that, the next thing I'm going to do is create my designs. You can use your hand to adjust any part you feel is not okay. Adjust it, and remember the sugar will always answer you because it's something that is very soft, it's not a wood. So use this and come at the middle of each scallop, remove the kind of, with your blossom cutter, make a hole. Make a hole and continue like that until you're able to get all the holes. Now with my candlesticks, I'll now take and fold in. Remember what I said? You now remove this. Just like I showed you in the first one, even though that one was very small, you now seal it up. And after that, you cut off the excess. Now you start with your covered cake. So for this covered cake, I'm just going to use my cell stick and create some kind of design on it. And you can use your dowel rod, your skewer for any of these designs. You can even use your crimpers to create your design on the base of your cake. It doesn't really matter. Whichever design you give it, just bear in mind you have a particular thing in mind you want to achieve, and you are good to go. So after this, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to show you how to attach the drapes and the swag on the cake. So now the first one are the swags. Now you see the first one I did does not have a hole, and the second one I did has some holes for design. So I'm going to show you how to attach this. Now with your water and your brush, what you have to do now is, depending on what you want to do, You can make your drapes to be, your swags to be on the body of the cake direct, or you can make it pour on the base of the cake, that is the flat base of the cake. So the first thing I'm going to do is to apply a little liquid, wet the area that I want to be working on, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I pick up my swag and then go there and arrange it. You can see this is, pouring out. You can still make it in such a way that it will just stand, stopping just at the base of your cake. So the next thing, remember I said that this excess is going to be helping us a lot, so that by the time you put the next swag, it will not be showing you the pink color of the cake. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I take the next one, and then I apply my liquid, wet the area again, and just make sure that your swags are not too heavy. That's the only way you can achieve this. And then just on that particular excess, you arrange it again. Sorry, I had to take it easy. Remember, you have to take this easy so that you get exactly what you want. Actually, this side there is no water, so I have to wet it to make sure that so now you can see that this is what I'm able to achieve with that drape. So like I said, you can still use this one to do the same work. It will still give you the same thing. All you need to do is still to follow it up from where this ended. You put the next one, but I'm not going to be working with this. Let's work with this. So now the next one I'm going to be doing now is this, which is a kind of drape. This other one is the swag, and this one is drape. So I'm going to be showing you how to work on this. The next thing I'm going to do is apply my water, that is wet it, and then close it up. See what I did? And then come here and bring it. Pinch out any excess, or you can trim out later. And then I take the next one. The same thing I'm going to do. Wet it and close it up. And then come again and wetting under the first one, just by the downside of the first one. And then you're good to go again. You put this again. Put this again. And then you take the next one again. The same method. Just take your water again, applying another liquid there, but be careful not to touch this part, as this side is the beauty of the drape. So you go again. I continue until I've gotten 3. I'm going to do the next side of it. This one has not been divided, so you divide. Remember, that's what I did. Then apply my liquid again, and then close it up. Then apply my liquid also here, but be careful so it won't run. See? You now come again and you add up again. Now always pinch up any excess, and then the next one I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so again I'm going to do the third one, applying my liquid again, and then I have this. You can see, isn't it beautiful? So I go again, I do the third one. Like I said, I'm not going around it, just to show you designs you can make on a cake and it will give you something unique. So I go again, I take my fondant, continue, take the next one, just make sure you apply your liquid. You can still make it only 2 if you want. So now I have this. Now, assuming this is what I wanted on this cake, I need to do some finishing touching, so that whenever you deliver your cake, they will know how you started and they will know how you ended it. So what next am I supposed to do? I get my fondant. So you roll out and cut out a belt. Now you come to this part. You can decide to just use the belt on top. So what will you do? You just apply your liquid. Well, this is to close up any dent that was able to be created when you were adding this. So what do? You just, okay, let me cut off the head. You just gather the head and then you position it. You come here again. Come here again. You gather. You position. You come here again. You gather it. You position it. You come here again. You gather it. And again, the final one. You can now cut off the excess. Then after you arrange it yourself, okay? Then after this, the next thing I'm going to do now is I take this one again. You can use a different color for this. And make some fabric rose. And continue going until you have a bit wide rose. And then you cut off the excess. Now this can be here, giving you something like this. But remember to add your water before you place this, so it will stay. So, but this is not actually what I'm going to put direct. I want to make some other droppings before this. Now go ahead and cut, and I have something like this. I may decide to make some holes on them. Make some hole. and then bring it together. This is what I have. Cut off the excess because one must be bigger than the other, and then take this, position it here. Before you can now add your rose. Isn't it beautiful? You can use this. Let me okay, so now you make a ball. You can still use a ball to finish up if you like, but at this point where I gathered them, that's where I want to put my ball. And with my cell stick, I just go ahead with the bottom of the cell stick. I go ahead and make some indentation to give it a design. And then here, either you position this rose. I'll show you another thing you can do to, give you other designs you can actually use for this in between. Now, the next one I'm going to do now is the one I will have to make my ball. It has to be it shouldn't be too big, very small ball, and not too tiny anyway. Then you make a cone out of it. Just cut off the excess. You just do it and join the two together, but you don't have to do it on your hand here. Just take it to the place you want to position it, to the cake, and then apply a little liquid, and then join it, and then join again. Then another thing you can do here, you make some ropes with your fondant, and then just make a tiny sausage with it. Okay, and after that, you just cut it, divide it. One will be bigger than the other, and then bring it like this way. This one the same thing, and bring it this way. And you can do another smaller one just to make sure you can do anything as long as it is sugar. Is allowed to play around with it, and then you bring it here, and then you join it also. Now this is what I have. You can just come there. After applying my liquid, I will now position it. And after this, I take my pink fondant and make a tiny ball. A very small ball, and I position it there. And then I use it. You can use the tail of your brush, or you can use your dowel rod or your cell stick. Just create the indentation there, and you are good to go. Now these are two designs you can actually make on your. We have 1001 of them, but with this you can either use this throughout, or you use this throughout, and you can see how beautiful it's looking. Isn't this lovely? Now the next thing we're going to do is just to steam it, and in order to remove all the dust, so that we'll be able to see how beautiful the cake will be looking. Now you steam it to bring the cake to the natural beautiful color. Just do the steaming and you are good to go. So you can see this is the final parts of this drapes and swag cake. I hope you enjoy it, but I'm going to show you in my next video other designs that you can actually work with your sugar, and I believe you will really put them into practice. Don't forget to click on subscription button. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you, bye, and God bless you.